Well, hello. How are you feeling today? I just wanted to share I think it's called excerpts. I'm not sure about the word, but it is morning time and I like to read in the morning. So you're getting my deep voice, tired voice. But I think this is pretty cool. And because I feel like my life is full of synchronicity. My network chiropractor was telling me that, okay, you need to focus on forgiveness and loving yourself even more. So there's many things I haven't forgive and also, obviously loving yourself, it's not an overnight process. It's just going to be an ongoing process, right? We all went through lots of traumas. But what's interesting is that I picked up the book I like to read, How to Love Yourself by Teal Swan. And of course, the next page is how one actually gets to a place of forgiveness. And I was like, oh my God, synchronicity much? But anyway, so I wanted to share that part because maybe you haven't heard about that perspective about healing. And it sounds so simple, but at the same time, it's like, I remember when I first heard it that way, it clicked in my mind. Okay, so I apologize in advance if I make mistakes, but I'm still sleepy. Here we go. It won't be long, no worry. Okay, at the most fundamental level, everything is energy. Energy is simply potential energy until different patterns arise within that energy. These patterns are what dictates whether energy ultimately becomes a toothbrush or an emotion or a tree. Patterns are like the blueprint of your physical existence. Because everything is a pattern, all forms of illness are also specific patterns. To heal something is to change that pattern. Therefore, the first layer to understand about healing is that to heal is to change a pattern. It is the opposite of repetition and redundancy. Now we must look at how to change a pattern. When something is unhealed, it is exhibiting a pattern that we don't like. It is a state that is unwanted. Therefore, we can greatly simplify healing in that it is a change of a pattern that is unwanted into a pattern that is wanted. This usually entails changing it into the opposite pattern. Therefore, the second layer to understand about healing is that healing is to experience the opposite. And I love these examples. If our leg is broken, to change that pattern of broken into its opposite is to put together / mend it. If we feel demeaned, to heal is to feel valued. If we are abused, to heal is to be treated lovingly. If we feel powerless, to heal is to feel empowered. If we are stuck, to heal is to be able to move. Now that you understand that to heal is to change a pattern into the opposite, look at whatever situation you feel a lack of forgiveness about. Look at the pain you experienced. What will the opposite pattern be? Make it your aim, not forgiveness. Sometimes the changing of a pattern like this, to move from powerless to be empowered, for example, happens with the changing of one single belief and takes no time at all. Other times, it is the process that involves the changing of several beliefs and the experiencing of several things and many layers until a person is truly experiencing the opposite and therefore was healed. Let me see if I can read that part. Yeah. If you look at people who have truly forgiven, you will find that you're looking at someone who is already living out of the healed state of being. For example, if your adult relationships are still painful as hell as the result of your childhood relationship with mom and dad, chances are you have not forgiven mom and dad. Every time a relationship proves to be a repeat of that original relationship programming, you hate them because you feel hurt by them and you feel you can move forward because if it had only been different, you wouldn't be in these painful patterns today. When you find yourself in a truly good adult relationship, it is as if you have transformed the pattern that was caused by that original wounding. And so you do not need anything from them anymore in terms of requital. You already have what you need and what that situation caused you to want more than that. You can see that wounding may have been a pivotal part in even getting that. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. I hope I didn't lost you in the way. And I'll get better at reading, I promise. But really the part that I really like is, if we are abused, to heal is to be treated lovingly, is to actually think of the opposite. And I don't know, that day when I read it the first time, because there's a different part which it talks about it, it really clicks. So even without thinking of forgiveness, if this is not your case, but more like as like healing, trying to think for yourself, what is the opposite state? And instead of maybe judging yourself, just think of the opposite, what you need to do. I felt very powerless, so I'm going to use this example, what did I do to feel power again, to feel empowered? Well, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to take photos and just feel empowered. I mean, maybe it's a silly example, but you get my point. Just change your perspective of thinking of the opposite, bringing the opposite of what you're experiencing right now. And let me know what it does to you if you resonate with me. All right, I'm going to sign off here. And actually, let me think. At first, I was thinking I'm going to give you a better example, but I just leave it open for communication. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it open. Lots of love and have a beautiful day. Let's heal together, guys. Mwah.